I'm going wheeler camping, beaver trapping, one nighter. Buddy of mine's moose hunting area is getting flooded out. Go see if I can slow them down some. It's gonna be interesting tomorrow when I gotta strap that thing on top of my trailer to haul it out of here. Hopefully the bottom of the trailer will be full of beav to bring the center of gravity down.
I got some video coming in.
My buddy Frank helped me haul crap out to his. I want to see if I can help him out with this beaver problem. I even got an inflatable pillow.
Yeah.
And a mattress. Thanks, man.
Fire pit. You got a grill over the fire.
Oh. Okay.
What's that?
This mound here, the beavers will make a pile of mud and debris, and they piss castor on it. It's a territorial thing, a marking thing, and all the critters love the smell of beaver castor. It's worse in the spring when they're starting to travel and kick the young ones out. You'll see more stinkier castor mounds. But sometimes when I'm foothold and even body grip trapping them, I'll make castor mounds or I'll set on their castor mound.
Yeah.
But with a foothold, you got to have deep enough water close enough to the trap to where they go down a one-way slide and drown at the bottom. They're so powerful that if you try to hold them, the way their feet are made, their front feet and their back feet, the way they're made, they're so strong, they'll wring their foot off if you don't kill them. So you try to drown them or body grip trap them where they're dead and won't fight. Or you can sit and trap them with a rifle. Of course, then you got to worry about retrieving it. I might bring some traps here later and set some body grips in these channels. You got to check your local regulations, because in some places they got to be set in the water, and in other places they got to be submerged. Here where we are, they got to be submerged. So we're just exploring and seeing what's what right now.
Awesome.
Frank headed home. I'm trying to find this big lodge that had a feed bed on it, the one we were looking at earlier. It had some chewed sticks near it that could have floated from someplace else, but it didn't have a feed pile. And these berries now are about perfect. This is more promising. Some fresh cuttings. There's a lodge over there. That's what a live lodge looks like. It's covered in mud. Has fresh cuttings on it. And there's a feed pile. That's a live lodge. There's a bull back here grunting. I just heard him. Or maybe I'm imagining it. Fairly certain I heard him rake once earlier. Anyway, right there is a just about picture perfect 330 submerged 330 channel set. If you got wary beavers, they might worry about H-shaped stuff, but I'm doubtful these are wary. These Belisle, 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 great traps. There he is. Can you hear him? Ula, ula, ula. See, he's looking at me now, trying to decide if he wants to kick my ass. And I'd really rather he didn't. The bark is him talking to other bulls and cows, saying, here I am, I'll kick your ass. Oh, here you go, baby. Here you go, baby. Come on over here, baby. Oh, Jesus. "50 yards. God, I hope you don't try to kick my ass." I left the rifles at the wheeler. All I got is my little pea shooter. Ah! 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 See, cows got a way longer nose than I do. I had this old Canadian fishing guide tell me one time, he was a hunting guide and fishing guide. I asked him, so do you like to cow call or bull grunt and rake and rattle? He says, well, you know, you want to fight or? And he left it at that, and we all laughed and admired the antlers on his wall. Like I was saying, Belial, you save yourself a lot of time by compressing the traps and hooking the safeties at home on a solid spot versus trying to stomp around and find you a hard spot knee deep in the beaver marsh, trading dirty talk with a bull while he decides if he wants to fight you or. Now there's a set there. Only made 4. I'm not terribly interested in killing off the lodge. And it seemed like the population here is decreasing anyway, but this isn't the big lodge with big feed bed we were able to see from up high. Didn't find that one. But I found a lodge. I'm going to try to take a few beav out of it. Frank helped me set up camp. Wish I had my binos at Glass Hillsides. Look for Baloo the bear. Of course, this never happens during season. Some people are romantic about certain fires, and there's nothing wrong with that. As a baseball fan, I understand being romantic about stuff. But when you wake up walking in a winter wonderland, it's way different. In this winterland. But I got one. I don't know if you can see it. Whew. Here's that nearly picture perfect one. The problem with moving water sets is debris might flow down and set off your trap, leaving you a empty trap. That and 250. It's a long way for one beaver, but hanging out with Dusty. I kept calling him Frank, but he goes by Dusty. Got to see a couple bulls, got to trade dirty talk with one of them, and I did get a beav, and I was out. Now for the hard part, carrying that beaver to the wheeler, and then loading up and heading home. There's the wheeler right there. I tell you, real trappers is tough. Found a few sticks I had to bring for the kids. Couldn't help it, nice sticks. Now for the sad part. Been excited, and now I gotta go back. Leave the woods, that's the sad part. Only been a few miles, but so far so good. Long day. Free spool the winch. Or did I already? Nope. There we go. Very important not to pull the winch out to the very end and lose it. With a piece of wire, I push the end of the winch line back into the hole. So what I didn't make clear is that I pulled the winch rope all the way out of that darn winch. And I was able to, with a stiff piece of wire, work that winch rope back into that hole there circled in red and get enough wraps around the winch pulling the rope in that it stayed. And I'm gonna have to make an adjustment and mark that rope with a piece of flagging a couple feet in front of that so that I don't pull it out that far again. And was able to wind it back on and get it secure. Find a good alder. The top is right there. Probably ought to fuel up. That little red light's blinking. This version of spill guarantee and spout ain't the worst. It still sucks though. Spill guaranteed. I would like to meet the guy at the EPA, the scientist at the EPA, who says these things are spill proof. I would like to invite him on a boat ride or a four-wheeler ride and see if he can refuel without spilling. Guaranteed. Spill proof. Spill guaranteed.